Mr. Dean Tarrolly is one of the co-founders go-to. Matter of fact, he's one of my favorite speakers. I told you that before, and I didn't say to be saying I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I really enjoy the way he teaches, and I love it so much. The co-founders bring him on stage, do the training. He's also an influencer of the company. I like to call him a COC in addition to an influencer. Without further ado, from Southern California, great family man, great a dad to his daughter, spent some time in the Bahamas with them. Without further ado, from Southern California, the great, the one and only influencer, Regional Vice President Platinum, Mr. Dean Tarrolly. Good morning, sir.
What is up, Mr. Thomas? Dude, that was fun. You had me going through my notes, those dates that you picked, and I'm like, he's like, well, what did you train on here? I was like, oh my God, I better look up and make sure that I know what he's talking about. So I had to go through my notes, and I found them all right there. So good morning, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Everybody good? It's just a thumbs up, nod your head, give me something. Okay, cool. All right, Sharon gave me the thumbs up. All right, right on. So let me start where I always start, you guys. You know how I feel about this call and Mr. Thomas and the trust that he puts in me and has put in me over the course of the last couple of years to do these calls with you guys. I'm grateful. You know, I get a lot out of it. I get a lot out of the responses and the feedback. And it's one of the best things about this business is being able to give back. And Mr. Thomas has aced that. He has been an example for all of us. So Mr. Thomas, I know I say this publicly almost every time we do this call, but I appreciate you, your friendship, your mentorship. You know, it's just when we were all together at the last event, I had a chance to hang out with one of my personal mentors, Larry Raskin, and then Mr. Thomas happened to roll by, and we all had a chance to hang out and talk for a minute. And let me just tell you this before I dive into what I want to go over with you guys today. It's amazing when you can be in business with someone that you would choose to be friends with if you weren't in business together. I think that's amazing. And I think that this environment and this company provides that because of the type of people that this company attracts. You know, we hope that you all hang around long enough to have the kind of relationships that can come out of an organization and do come out of an organization like this. Where Mr. Thomas puts together a call where it doesn't matter what team you're on, you know, look, black, white, pink, purple, GED, PhD, none of those things matters. This thing looks like the United Nations. If you look at the screen, I mean, come on, give me a break. The only thing that matters is, do we all have a goal? Do we all want to help each other? Can you learn servant leadership? And we have a really great person who puts this together and gives you guys an opportunity to learn from some people, and gives people that maybe been around for a minute, like myself, an opportunity to hopefully find a way to give back. So some of the things and the knee scrapes and the falling down and the getting back up, that it's not just for us, it's for you as well. So maybe that's, you know, I don't even have this in my notes, but this might not be a bad place to start. Just kind of remember this, you guys, that what you go through serves a greater purpose than just you. What you go through serves as an example to people. Wow, I could go on. I just opened up a whole other topic here. Hang on one second. Let me just see something here really quick. I'm just checking something in the, so, oh man, okay. You guys have maybe seen me do this a couple of times, so I'm going to do something right now. I got to add something to what, I have to add something to my notes for today. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right, cool. All right, cool. So let's talk. So Mr. Thomas, thank you for everything. I am so looking forward to seeing you at the leadership. I think you're going to, by the way, listen to this. You guys can listen in on my private conversation with Mr. Thomas right now or not. I don't care if you do or not. By the way, I always found myself when I was brand new going to nationals, I would always back into conversations I was not invited to. I didn't let them know I was eavesdropping, but I was 100% eavesdropping. So I'm just letting you know. So if you guys want to eavesdrop on the conversation I'm about to have with Mr. Thomas, I'm giving you permission. Al, I'm so fired up that you're coming to this Tahoe event. You know how much respect I have for you. When you go through the exercises and the trainings with some of these people, and the leaders see you doing it, and they see, like, I can't even imagine what's going to happen as a result of this event. And I have so much respect for him, and I want you guys all to know this, because it's really easy for people who are leaders to say they're leading from the front, and they let everybody else do the thing. They let everybody else do the thing, but it looks like they lead from the front, where Mr. Thomas for decades has led by example. And this call is a proof of it, right? Like, that's leading by example, being committed to you guys. So anyway, Al, I'm out of my head.
I want to thank you. By the way, I need you to probably hit me up later. I got another room. I took one of Giles and Driscoll's guys that couldn't make it. I think you might have heard about it. I took that room as well. So I got two now. So I got several of my people coming. So we're excited about coming up to
man. It's going to be great. It's really going to be great.
So if you can, after the call, look into that other room for me and just send me the information on that other one.
Yeah, or I'll give you a call. We'll get that sorted out.
Thank you, sir.
All good. My pleasure.
Looking forward to it.
Likewise. So I want you guys, to know something. When you're doing ACN, you're going to find yourself in one of two positions. And these are the little notes that I just put down on top of what I was going to talk to you about and show you a couple things here. Is you are going to be a warning, or you are going to be proof. Now, we've talked about this type of stuff in the past, but something struck me as we were kind of warming up here. This month, what we've talked about is, number one, we talked about keeping things simple. Well, that's sort of a universal message in ACN, because we all have this ability as human beings to complicate simple things. And what we talked about was having two very important parts of keeping things simple, and that's being consistent and having exposures, because those are the things that build your business, right? Being consistent and having exposures. Mr. Culver, I'll be speaking with you right after the event, right after the call. You're my first call actually after this. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this. We talked about keeping it simple on the 7th. And then what we talked about in reference to the call last week was this issue of overthinking, right? We overthink stuff. And what happens is overthinking substitutes for action. And that's a terrible substitution. I would rather somebody thought less and did more than think more and do less. Does that mean I want you guys to be uneducated? Absolutely not. But I want you guys to remember this. The thinker thinks and the doer does. You do not get paid to think in ACN. Now, I want you to understand what I mean by that. Please, please, please. It doesn't mean I don't want you to be intelligent. It doesn't mean I don't want you to be smart. It doesn't mean I don't want you to be educated. It doesn't mean that I don't want you to know your business. You're on this call to get that education. What I'm saying is, an education and information that is unapplied serves you no purpose. There's no purpose to it. So you can be smart and know the gigabytes and the megawatts and the websites, and you can know all this stuff. You can know everything about Impact Health Share. You can know everything, but you have no customers. Or you have a Roxanne Corlejo who goes, you know what? I'm going to follow exactly what they say to do. And I'm getting people on the website and getting Impact Health Share to call them back. And I'm going to get a grip of customers. Well, Roxanne, how does this thing work? And what is it? And what about the deductibles and this and that? You know what? They're going to cover all of that for you. Just get them on there. I'm telling you, we're going to save you a bunch of money. This is going to be a big win for you and your family. Do me a favor. Let's get you a quote. And then a week after it launches, or 2 weeks after it launches, or 5 weeks after it launches, you have the person who knows everything about Impact Health Share with no customers. And then you have someone who's earning while they're learning, going through the process and getting customers into the system. Do you guys understand the massive difference between those things? It's a massive difference. It's a massive difference. The one person thinks they have to know everything before they can accomplish anything. The second person starts working on things and they learn things while they're accomplishing. So they're getting paid while they're learning. They're earning while they're learning. But that can't happen if we overthink everything. So that was the second thing we covered, which leads me to today. So here we go. What I just want to talk to you guys about for a quick second are habits. Okay? There's habits. And man, I'm giving myself notes here. So I want you guys to think about this. There are, I think, there's two types of habits. I think there's two types of habits. And I just wrote these down right now, by the way. This is, you guys, this is a fluid thing with me, right? Okay, so here goes. I think there's two types of habits. And I think they're equally important. Okay? There are physical habits and there are mental habits. There's physical habits and there's mental habits. Okay? So I want you to think about this. If you're not at a place where you want to be in your business, if you can't authentically wear the shirt that Mr. Thomas has on right now, I love my residuals, because maybe your residuals aren't happening the way you want them to. I'm telling you, your result stems from action. Action stems from habits. What habits are you engaged in? So I think there's physical habits and there's mental habits, okay? You guys ever have the days, listen to this, please listen to this. You ever have the days where you just don't feel like doing anything? I don't feel like talking about ACN. I don't feel like talking to any customers. I don't even feel like going into work to see my dopey boss who I can't stand. Do you ever have those days? You physically don't feel it, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you do it anyway? Do you do it anyway? See, there's Roxanne, she's nodding her head. There's a bunch of you, Belinda, nodding her head. You do it anyway. So your mental habit, the decision that you made, trumped the physical, right? Habits, when you get into creating a habit, they say that the definition or the requirement, if you will, for creating a habit is 21 days. It's 21 days. It's 21 days of doing whatever in the hell you're going to do to create the habit that you want to get you the result that you're working towards. So here's something to think about. And I'm going to really challenge you guys. Now, I've had this conversation with a bunch of my regional directors. I see Chris Sampson on here. I see there's other people on here. Like, look, you guys, it absolutely blows me away that somebody says they want success in a business such as ours, but they don't know any of the basics. They don't understand how Flash Mobile works. They don't understand. By the way, there is a ton of information out right now about Impact Health Share. There are videos, there's stuff all over the place. How someone can't right now be in a position of being educated on what's about to launch. You can go on YouTube, you can go on all kinds of different places, find different team Zoom calls that have been done with the CEO of the company explaining how this thing works. Write this down. The information is out there. Am I willing to go get it? Like how much spoon feeding needs to happen here, right? The leaders, it's my job with my team and sideline teams on a call such as this. It's Mr. Thomas's job for his team and then sideline teams like this. It's our job to have the information for you. It's our job to train you on how best to do this, on how to get these physical and mental habits happening for you that will best serve the goal that you want ACN to accomplish for you. It is your job to find it. We have the information so long as you're willing to go get the information from wherever that information is. Dallas, Tahoe, Fort Lauderdale. So physical and mental habits, here's a couple things in the physical habits, right? Here's a couple things in the physical habit. How about this? Watch this. You're not in a great mood. By the way, are y'all with me here? Are y'all with me on this? Because this is about to get deep for a second. Okay, cool. You're maybe not in a great mood, maybe for whatever reason, or maybe you're just not feeling it, right? You're not feeling it, okay? And that can be mental and physical. And then you have an opportunity you see someone and you could pique their interest. You're at a Home Depot, you're at it doesn't matter. You're out and about living your life and you're like, man, I could pique this person. Who's ever had that? And you get in the car and you go and you drive away out of the freaking parking lot, and you know for a fact that you could have said something to that person. The opportunity was given to you on a silver plate and you passed. I have to go somewhere. What if they like it? I'm going to have a conversation. It's going to make me late for my next thing. Are you insane? Can I just ask 84, 83 other people, 82 other people, because I already know that Mr. Thomas and I are insane. Are y'all insane? What if that person showed up in somebody else's freaking business 2 years from now and they're getting promoted to regional vice president? You're like, oh my God, that was the manager at the Home Depot that was in the wood section and I passed. So what I'm saying to you, if you can start to create a habit where all of a sudden your mental side tells your physical side, you know what, I may not be having the greatest day, but I am changing my state for 30 seconds, for 1 minute. You know what? Change your state for a minute, engage in a conversation, pique someone's interest, go back in your car and be miserable. Go ahead. And then you'll be really happy when that person actually sends you a text and go, oh my God, thank you so much for that conversation. I can't wait to talk to you again. Done. But guess what most people don't do? What I just described. Most people fall back into what was comfortable. And now I'm going to tell you a big word. Most people fall back into what is safe. You will not achieve the goals that you want if you're playing it safe, period. End of conversation. We could be done for the day right now. Why in the world would someone want to have these big goals, big dreams? And no, you guys, I'm telling you, please learn from my mistakes. Playing it safe will never get you where you want to be. It will not happen. Look, I brought this guy's name up a couple times recently. I had a conversation with Ryan Swallow last week, and it was a challenging conversation about schedule and some things coming up, and I just challenged him on a couple of things. By the way, he's not on my team. Not on my team. It was a great story for all of us, the points and all those things. Well, we had to do a couple things with his schedule, and guess what he did? He figured out a way to work his circumstances to accomplish a goal that's going to lead him to a result. Most people won't do that. Most people won't do that. Now, are you guys most people? You get to decide that. I don't think you are, but you get to decide that. You get to decide that. So these mental and physical habits, what happens is this. I'm going to use the example. I'm going to use the example of the us being in Home Depot and talking or not talking to that person. Oh, guys, get this. When your habit, your habitual way of being won't let you leave Home Depot without saying something to that person. Now, by the way, you guys, please get this straight. Please, for the love of God, please get this straight. When I say talking to somebody while they're at work, do I mean pull out your freaking phone and do a national presentation? No, they're at work. They're going to run from you the next time they see you. They're going to dive behind the lumber section so you don't see them. But if you get good at creating a habit where you are observant of the environment that you are in, you are going to see opportunity, 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 opportunity. And here is the danger. I've had this conversation with Chris Sampson for years about overthinking stuff, freaking overthinking stuff, right? When we finally got him to stop overthinking, get the right habits happening, he was on fire and regional director was done for that guy. Do you guys agree that sometimes, a lot of times, not even sometimes, a lot of times, we're our own worst enemy? Yes or no? Okay, let me tell you this. Let me break it down for you guys. I'm about to share with you monumental information, so I need my coffee first. I am going to share with you what I believe will help every single person on this Zoom get to the next level. Here's what it is. It is an acceptance and understanding from a coach, hopefully that you trust in me, but certainly in Mr. Thomas. Hopefully y'all trust us, that we want you to win, that we want to, okay. I'm going to share with you guys the single greatest obstacle, and you're going to figure it out and you're going to go, oh my God, there's the single greatest obstacle anybody has in achieving what they want in ACN. And it's be like, man, I finally found and identified the problem. I finally found it. It's me. I'm the biggest problem. It's not the services. It's not the company. It's not the comp plan. It's not the team. It's not the training. It's not anything. It is freaking you. And it's the greatest realization that you have, because when you do realize it, it is the one thing you can change. It is the one thing you can improve. It is the one thing you have control over. It is the one thing, I have it in my notes right here. The greatest resource that you have in ACN is staring at you right in the mirror. The greatest resource that you have, because here's why. Watch this. All right, I wish I could say everybody's name like Al does at the beginning doing the roll call. All right, listen up. I'm just talking to you. Okay? So if you guys are looking at the screen, look at the freaking screen. I'm talking to you. Okay? There are people less talented, less organized, less influence, that are at higher positions in a shorter amount of time than you. They're not more talented. They have no more influence. They're not any more connected. The thing that they have is they've made a choice to act on their reason. They made a choice to act on their reason why they're doing ACN. They made a choice to act on their reason, which would be your reason why. They made a choice. Most people do not make that choice. Why? Because it is safer to not do it. Why? So they don't have to hear a no. They made a choice to act on their reason why they did ACN. Most people make the choice to pass on talking to the person, to pass on asking mom or dad to be a customer, to pass. So if the person with less talent, how about this? The person with less talent, with less resources than you, the person with less resources than you, less influence than you, is a regional vice president and you're stuck at ETL. They're regional vice president and you're at regional coordinator. By the way, you guys have heard me say it a million times. If you're at the end goal that you want to, I'll be the first to congratulate you. You succeeded in ACN. You got to where you said you were going to go and you did it. But for most people on this call, including myself, we have other goals that we're trying to get after. So the difference between the people that are succeeding and the people that are not, to the degree that you say that you want, they made a choice to act on their reason why. Now, I like what Mike Kane says. He said it at an event. He goes, "There are people, oh, your reason why, and I want to, save the planet, provide for kids, all this stuff. You want to make money for whatever that means for you. Those resources are going to give you the quality of life and the opportunity to build a life that you want." So, before I wrap up, just want you guys to write a couple things down. I'm going to show you something, and then we're done. You are your greatest resource in ACN. You are your greatest resource in ACN. And number two, the thing to understand is this. Sometimes a little bit of success can be dangerous. Sometimes. Why? Because good is the enemy of great. Doing pretty good. Really? I'm doing crappy. Boom, I'm crushing. Tough day, tough day. No, 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 no. Yes. You guys watch this. Watch this. Here's how ACN is going to work for you. I'm telling you right now. Please freaking watch this. No, 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 no. Yes. No, 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 no. Yes. No, 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 no. Yes. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. No, no. Yes, 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 yes. No. Yes, 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 yes. That's how it works. And if you cannot accept that you have to go through that process and to become the person that you're supposed to be in order to get that to get that down, it's gonna be a challenge for you. So remember, good is the enemy of great. Don't be satisfied. And here's the other thing. Let me ask you this really quickly. Mr. Thomas, I'll be done in a minute. Let me ask you this. Does anybody on this call, and I'm sorry that I'm asking the most rhetorical question ever, but I am. For real, do you guys want a breakthrough? Do you guys seriously, regardless of your position, do you guys want to break through an ACN? Okay, freaking listen up. You need to break something. You cannot have a breakthrough if you don't break something. You need to break the bad physical and mental habits, circle around and start establishing the good physical and mental habits. Let your reason why inform you of what it is that you're doing, and get some freaking courage and go get this thing done for you and your family so you are in fact proof. Okay, so let me show you this. I'm a diehard Green Bay Packer fan, and the greatest coach of all time, in my opinion, and it should be probably a lot of people agree, is Vince Lombardi. So here is something for you guys to screenshot if you want it. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather in a lack of will. There it is, plain and simple. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, it's not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Your will has put you exactly where you are in ACN. I don't have another way to say it. Your will take you to whatever place you want to go in ACN. I don't have another way to say it. So that's the first one. So I hope you screenshotted that. So I'm going to stop that share for a second. And here you go. Oh, thanks, Mr. Pan. All right, here you go. Man, I love this stuff. Okay, here's the second one. You guys ready? You want it? Are you sure? That's pretty timid. That's pretty weak sauce. Are you sure you want this next one? All right, I'm doing it because of how Belinda nodded her head yes. So you guys all, Belinda, thank you. Here goes. Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all the time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Whether you feel like it or not. And watch what happens. You're going to start stacking wins. By the way, you guys, if you're out and about and you pique someone's interest and they pass, is that a win? That is a win. You are one no closer to a yes because they have to happen. So there you go. So I hope that you guys find it within yourselves to make that choice and to create the habits that are going to give you the best chance to win as big as you want, because it's available to you. So, Mr. Thomas, that is what I wanted to share with everybody today. I hope it was helpful. Tried to get that done in time, but I know we started a couple minutes later than normal. So I will turn it over to you, my friend.